Yo, what up, guys? This is the Car Cartel. I got Inspired TCG here, then I got Bordeaux here as well. My guy just got top 4 with Voiceless.
Yeah, what's up? I got third place Little Rock Regional, 139 players, 8 rounds.
Okay. How'd you feel about the day?
The deck was insane all day. I dropped 3 games total, so I lost 1. I 2-1 to 1 fire player, and I 2-0'd everybody else.
All right, cool. How many fire decks have you seen today?
5 out of 8.
5 out of 8.
The other matchups were 1 Vanadium, a Voiceless Mirror, and then like a random ABC player. So ABC best deck.
All right, any shout outs you want to do?
Shout out first to Brandon because A, this is his deck, but also he was my #1 testing partner and he helped me theory all of this crap. Second shout out to the cartel, my team, and Daniel, who gets us all of our cards. Shout out to Liddy for showing up literally every time I do this. I don't know why she hangs out at Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals for 10 hours, but she does, which is awesome.
All right, cool. All right, we're ready for the profiles. You show us up.
First of all, the token is Edward Cullen because this is the skin of a killer. Second, Voiceless Engine. It's pretty straightforward. You play 3 low. You play 3 Saphira. 2 of each of the ritual guys. 1 of the Old Man Serenas. If you know what Voiceless does, you know these ratios already. 2 ritual spell, you don't need 3, but you need 2 because if you draw 1, you need to be able to send off Saphira.
Okay.
3 continuous spell. It's the rota for the deck. It makes you untargetable. Honestly, a lot of the times I use my negate just protecting this, so that way they can't target me, and I have follow-up. Because if they can't target your guys and they're all 41 and they have to attack the 41s, it's really hard for them to break your board. It just like doesn't happen most of the time, so that's fun. 1 trap. Only need 1 trap. Trap's insane. Only need 1. The new continuous spell is going to make this recyclable, which is cool. Next are additional engines. We played 3 pre-prep because this card is a straight +1. It gets you the ritual guy and the ritual spell, so it gives you a lot more options to just continue pushing. And it lets you play, it baits Ash, which means that they don't have it for like Saphira or the other stuff I'm playing. This card's amazing. Next, we play the Diviner engine. This is generally like the best normal summon in the deck because it gets you to low. It plays in a nib like a little bit, but like if you're smart, you just don't have to play a nib because you tribute this instead of the low when you're ritual summoning. But overall, like even drawing the Trias isn't really a brick because you just send Arclight or whatever from the extra deck off Diviner and then tribute this from hand anyway. So Diviner's good. Play Diviner. I found myself siding it out a lot going second. Just because, like, against Fire King or certain other decks, you need as much non-engine as possible. And your deck has so much, like, redundant consistency because this is a starter, this is a starter. Let's see. This is a starter, this is a starter. Not all of them are 1-card starters, but if you draw, like, 2 of these, you're fine. So, Diviner came out some times going second. Next, the Spice. Fusione Marchiata. I don't speak Italian. 3 branded fusion and Fallen of Albaz.
How'd you feel about the branded?
The branded, I didn't draw it that much, but like every time I drew it, it was nice. A lot of the time, it was literally just Albion eats an Imperm, but then I normal summon low, so it's like, cool, you don't have Imperm anymore. Mostly, you want to be using this either to get low access, or if you already have low access, you send the Trias Hierarchia. That way they can't Imperm the low because Trias quick effect tributes it and dodges Imperm.
Oh, cool.
And this also baits Ash, so that way your Saphira or whatever goes down. Hand traps. You have to play hand traps in this format. This one's good, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good. It's the same 12 that everybody who's playing 12 is playing. This beats Snake Eye, this is good against everything, Nib is just amazing. These were all good. The funny thing about Nib is that he's at level 11 light, so you can ritual summon with him, which happened like 5 times for me, so.
He was stuck in your hand, you just use him as ritual
no, like
material?
legit, I never ritual summoned him from the field. I only ritual summoned him from the hand, and it came up a lot. So the last 3 in my 43 card deck were 2 Prosperity and 1 Called By.
How was Called By the great for you?
Called By was nice. It's like, it stays in going second against Fire because you want to hit Princess or Garunix or Flamebridge or whatever. This card's just good. I got to hit a hand trap like literally once, so whatever.
I did see a lot of people cutting it because of your own hand trap self.
I'm fine with that. If I have my engine going, I don't need hand traps that badly. Or like, you just Imperm him instead. Prosperity, I only played 2 because this card is like really just superfluous. It's nice to have, it makes you a little bit better, especially in matchups where you need to dig for like Dark Ruler going second. But if I don't need like a very specific card going second, this just becomes more going second cards instead. And going first, this just like you bait the Ash with your Branded Fusion or with your pre-prep, and then Prosperity helps you get to like a low. The card's like good. It's not necessary for this deck at all. I just kind of liked it. So 43 in the main. We will go extra. 1 Dynamando. The second one never came up. First one came up a lot, mostly going second. Use this to break boards because it just shuffles their guys back, and the fire deck really wants their guys to go to grave instead, so that's nice. Light Charmer. This card came up in testing, but never in play. This card's pretty good. Underworld Goddess. I sided this for just random BS tower decks and didn't play against any, but I mean, you have enough extra deck space. You're not hurting for anything by playing this. I would play going forward.
You ever used it today?
No.
No.
I didn't use a lot of these. I didn't never use this IP, but the IP is nice in theory. I used Relinquish Anima because you need a link 1 to go into SP. SP I used a lot. So these 3 links I used a good bit, and these 3 I never used, but they're still nice. I use this to clear nib tokens too, which is funny. And the branded package was a little bit weird, but that's because we played 1 Albion, 1 Lubellion, 1 Mirror Jade, and then the spice was Albalinitus and Sanctifier.
Why about Melindus?
The theory here, when you go first, you activate Branded Fusion, you send one of your 2 lights, either Low or Trius, you summon this. He banishes himself if he doesn't get impermed, and Fallen of Albaz, he summons this. You discard anything. You shuffle back this, plus Fallen of Albaz, you make Mirror Jade. Now, when you go to use Mirror Jade effect, you can dump either of these. They search Branded Fusion, and you have another Branded Fusion that's live. So you can either dump this and just hard go into Albalinitus, and he just attacks all of their guys once each, or you dump this, and then you can just go into Sanctifier. Because you main deck the Veiler, which makes Sanctifier, but you side deck Jaugen, which is how you just flood people out going first. So yeah, that's the branded line. And then once you when you do it like this, because you've summoned 1, 2, 3 times, you still have this on field, so you can tribute this for a ritual summon because he's light. Summon Skull Guardian, search low, and then normal summon low, and that is 5 summons exactly, and you have an Omni Negate, so you can't get nipped. And then the last ones we have Diviner Target, Diviner Target, low plus Trius make this, and Typhon. These 3 never came up. I sent Intis like 1, but like you would never cut these. The Typhon's a little bit awkward because it locks you out of using the negate, but there's just some situations against like branded or Vanadium decks where you just need this to clear their board and leave them on nothing. So I would still play these. Once again, your extra deck has a lot of free space. I'm playing freaking Albalinitus, guys. I have the space for this. Side deck. 3 Cosmic. Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty good into Snake Eye. Good into just like not getting summon limited or anti-spelled. Generic solid card. 3 Bell for stuff like the Snake Eye deck, for Fire King. This stops Garunix, this stops Flambirds, it stops Kieran. It's good in the mirror. It stops Low from coming back, or it stops Saphira or pre-prep. So this has a lot of applications actually, but not quite enough to main over the like main 12 hand traps.
How many Flambirds did you stop this week? This
I
tournament?
actually stopped Flambird in the damage step using Bell, because against Trell I drew all 3 of these over the course of 2 turns and resolved every one. So I got to a simplified game state with an Omni Negate and just kept belling him. 3 Dark Ruler for Mirror and for pure Snake Eye and just random other things. This card's solid. I sided into it. I drew it once. He didn't have a real board, so I shuffled it back for Soravis. 3 Bestials for Mirror and for Branded, and just like, other like I hit Vanadium and I sided these in. This card's just good. Then the 1-ofs. We have Duster, generically good. Comes in against some of the Snake Eye decks. 1 Pendulum Graph Dragon for Mirror and for Branded, because I just wanted a better card going first into Branded, because they literally have 1 way to ever trigger the Ritual Soravis, which is Lubellion, so if they're not done, they just won't do that. So you need to spell negate instead. And then the Javelin. You send this plus Fallen, you make Sanctifier, and then you summon this on their turn and say good luck. I did that 1 time. That's how I beat Trell Game 2. I actually tribute summoned over the Jaugen for Old Man Soravis so I could ritual summon, keep playing, and then summon this back because it just goes to grave and Sanctifier summons it again. So that was the deck profile overall. I would change basically nothing about it. like I said, I dropped 3 games all day, and the deck felt amazing. I only bricked like 1 time, which was my 1 loss to Fire King. So this deck really felt amazing into Fire. The engine pushes through boards way better than you expect for a ritual deck, but deck is good. Felt great.
Thanks for the profile. Congratulations on the invite.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff, Joe.